let's talk about my favorite books of 2022. I have four books that are my favorite of the year, and I'm missing one, but I still wanted to make this video, so let's go. So the first one is Emma. I love this so much. This was one of my favorite books that I have read in 2022. It's just so funny and clever, and I love it so much. So far I've read 3 Jane Austen novels, and this is by far my favorite. It's about Emma Woodhouse, and it follows her life in her little country town. And Emma loves matchmaking, although she's not quite good at it. And it just follows her and her life in the country. The back says, "This is the story of Emma Woodhouse, rich, charming, spoiled, obsessed with matchmaking, and blind to everyone's faults, including her own." I just loved it so much. I loved Emma so much. She's so witty and smart, and this was such a good and cute romance, so I really recommend. Then up here I have Bridgerton. Actually, the first one is my favorite, but I don't have it here on me, but I love it so much. It's the same like Emma. It's cute, it's witty, it's just so clever, and I loved it so much. And I also adore the series. I'm collecting the covers with the main characters of the series on it, because I mean, okay, she looks so good. This was such a fun read. I got through it really quickly. This was one of the first books I tapped, and I don't know why I did it like this. I don't even know what percentage or what I wanted to tap, and I only had one color. That's not even bad, but it was just the start of my adventure. But in this book, it follows Anthony Bridgerton and Kate Shirma, and that's just all I'm gonna say. Kate Shirma is so fun. She's so sarcastic, and I love this about her. So my next favorite is Harry Potter. I don't have it here with me. It was the first book I read, and I've read it so many times, and every time I read it, I just get so happy, and I love it so much. It brings me so much joy. It reminds me of my childhood and when I read it for the first time. So I don't have it here, but I had to include it. It's just an all-time favorite, especially the first one. And I also love the third, The Prisoner of Azkaban. So Harry and the Philosopher's Stone was definitely a favorite of the year. And then the next book that was a favorite is Waverly. And I mean, look at this gorgeous cover. Look at this penguin black spine. I love penguin black spines. Those are, I think, my favorite edition. Yes, I think so. But written by Sir Walter Scott. It's so the book is called Waverly, and that was so it was really a good read, and I've learned a lot about Scotland and its history. It follows Edward Waverley and his regiment get posted in Scotland, and then he goes to visit family and friends of his father and uncle, and from that point on he travels into the Scottish Highlands, and that's where the journey starts. And the descriptions of Scott are so amazing, wonderful. They really paint a good picture. So this was such a good read. I highly recommend you need to pick this up right now, this second. And I haven't actually heard a lot of people talk about this, so you really should read it, especially if you're interested in history and in Scotland. It's it's about the Scottish risings, the Jacobite risings. So it was really, really, really interesting, and I highly recommend. And my last favorite book of the year is this big boy. I mean, that's huge. Okay, it's Outlander, about the Scottish Highlands, and this really got me into Scotland. So I watched the series first, and then I went to a bookshop, and I actually found some books of the series. I didn't know it was a book series, so I picked this up and look at this gorgeous cover, and I really got into Scotland. I'm very interested in it, and I loved the show, so I had to read it, and I tapped it a little bit. But this was such a good and lovely read. I love Claire and Jamie. That's my man. So if you're into Scotland or history and into romance, I would say pick this up. It's quite a big read, but it's definitely worth it. I really, really, really want to continue the series, but I haven't picked up any of the next books, but I will definitely do that this year. But it was so fun, and I've learned a lot about Scotland and its history, so I'm very interested in Scotland. I highly recommend this book. You should definitely pick this up and watch the series, because I love it so much, and Jamie is so handsome. I love him. I love him. I love Claire. It's amazing. So those were my favorite books of the year. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed filming this, and I love talking about books. So comment down below your favorite books of the year, or just your favorite in general. I'm currently reading this amazing book, Anna Karenina, and I'm loving it so much. I'm almost in part 7, and I'm really, really enjoying it. It's becoming a favorite, I think. So let me know your favorites, and we can talk about it. Have an amazing morning or day, and I see you soon. Bye.